All right, so it says that I'm live. I'm just going to do a quick check with all of you guys in the comments, in the chat. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is it working? Just waiting to see if we are on track. I got everything set up here. So, okay, cool. It looks like we're working. What's up, guys? How's it going? How's your Thursday? It is Thursday at noon, and we're going to do this 500K giveaway, and the winners are... I'm going to do that actually later. So I'm going to do a few things in this live stream. We're not going to just announce the winners and then, in the live stream. Yeah. So what my plan is, let me pull this up. I don't do a ton of live streams, so bear with me. I'm getting my the whole live stream thing figured out. So what we're going to do is go through a couple things I just want to talk about on the front end, and then we're going to bring up Jesse from Genius Link and Kit, and we're going to do a little discussion about what is Genius Link and Kit and what my strategies are for incorporating these tools into my workflow, because affiliate marketing is a huge thing when it comes to YouTubers and being able to bring in an income. And it's something that I've found a lot of success in. And then after that, we're going to dig into some kits. I have about 10 that I've pulled out of the 600 entries. And out of these 10, I'm going to pick the top 3. There's no top winner. I mean, what it is I was looking for a few different things when it comes to your kits. I was looking for, people building out full kits, having some sort of story, having some sort of reason why your kit existed. What is your channel and what are you trying to do and why is this gear make an impact with it? So I kind of had a trouble trying to pick the top people because there were so many good kits, and a lot of you went above and beyond. I saw a lot of videos in there, a lot of awesome descriptions, messages, all of that. So we'll go through the kits. I'll announce the 3 winners, and then if you guys want to stick around, we'll do a Q&A at the end as well. So thanks for joining me and let's get this party started. Let me pull up what I want to do. I'm going to try to not make this super long. I don't want to stay on here for hours and hours, but let's just get after it. First thing I want to just talk about was 500K. I want to say thank you to all of you. You guys are the reason that I'm able to keep creating the content that I wanted to create. And, without your guys' support, then I wouldn't be able to keep making all of these videos. So, I just want to say thank you to all of you. You guys are awesome. And welcome to my studio. I haven't done a full breakdown video of my studio. And unfortunately, I'm moving pretty soon here, so this is going to be all torn down pretty soon. But I'm going to do one final video where I go through my studio. I'm in a garage, and I was able to build a pretty cool looking set, something that I've been pretty happy shooting in for a little while. And moving forward, I'm going to start planning out my next workspace. I call this base camp because this is where I start all of my productions from. I come here to work on gear, come here to start playing with gear, make videos, and then I go out and do the things that I like to go do, like hiking and all that. So the first thing I just wanted to mention, though, is 500K is not an unrealistic goal for creators. And I know a lot of you are just starting. I know a lot of you have started your channels, have a few videos up. Maybe you have a few hundred subscribers, maybe a couple thousand, but 500,000 just looks like way off in the distance. It looks almost impossible to get to. But when I started my channel in 2016, I was looking up to creators like Casey Neistat, and at that time, he had 500,000 subscribers. I remember watching his channel right before he started all the vlogging, and then he took off. And 500,000 was, where he was at before, he started exploding and going, into the millions. But, seeing that it was pretty cool because at that time I had 0 subscribers. I had just started. So for me, to get to this point of 500,000, when I started, I was looking up to the people that had 500,000. So 4 years, I was able to hit this goal of mine, and it's pretty awesome. And I think that anybody, if you have the right drive and you really want to get after it and you want to make the content, and this is something you're really passionate about, anybody can get to 500,000. So with that said, let's I'm going to bring on Jesse here, and we're going to talk about some affiliate marketing and why I got Kit involved with this whole contest. So Jesse, are you ready to jump on? I'm going to pull him up. We're going to do a little side-by-side. Hey.
Awesome. Okay, I better get on my side. Okay, is that better?
You're here. What's up? Say hey to everyone.
Awesome to see everyone.
So this is Jesse. He's the CEO of Genius Link and Kit.co. Genius Link is, I'm going to let him kind of take it from here and explain what Genius Link and Kit are, but recently Genius Link bought Kit. And so both of these tools are tools that you could use to bring in some income for your affiliate marketing. So Jesse.
Thank you. So first off, Devin, again, a huge congratulations, massive milestone. And just to echo what you were saying as well, it's crazy to think, a decade ago when we first started that we would be acquiring companies, especially, companies that, have all these creators. So I completely agree with you that, it's not unachievable goals or milestones. It's just one foot in front of each other as you slowly step towards that goal. So I completely hear what you said and want to echo that as well. But speaking of affiliate marketing, yes, affiliate marketing can absolutely be a core leg to your stool of revenue, of how you build your YouTube channel into something that can actually sustain you and make a living from doing what you absolutely love. There's obviously other channels, sponsorship, ads, etc. But as you were saying, affiliate marketing, when done right, when done smart, and when done authentically, can become a really cool revenue model, revenue channel, etc. And we've seen that time and time again. It's really fun to be part of that and working with people like yourselves and many others to help achieve that. The people that are listening now have obviously listened to you in the past, and you've got a number of different YouTube videos about affiliate marketing, which I think are awesome. You do a great job kind of getting into the depth of it. And it just, I want to echo again that if you're relatively new to affiliate marketing, Jevin knows what he's talking about. We work with many different people, and it's there's a reason that we're hanging out here right now is because Jevin, you and I have been able to have some really good conversations, some in-depth stuff. You've really proven to us that you know what you're doing, and you've shown us time and time again. So it's awesome to be part of that. That being said, though, you don't need to know a ton about affiliate marketing to dive into it. It's Amazon makes it really easy to just get started. There's of course a few little things you need to pay attention to as you dive in, just as you do any other sort of marketing revenue or monetization exercise. But anyway, long story short, you asked me to talk a little bit about Genius Link. We're a link management platform. We work with a lot of different creators, YouTubers in particular, to help ensure that your affiliate links work worldwide, that they're hardworking for you. When you first start with Amazon provides short links, AMZ and .to links. Those are a great place to start, but unfortunately, there's some serious limitations to them. When you're ready to level up, that's exactly what Genius Link is there for you to do. We can help ensure you have that global aspect, make sure you're monetizing a global audience. There's some additional reporting, some functionality. We've been doing a lot with these choice pages, which allow you to use not only Amazon's affiliate program, but use other affiliate programs from retailers that may be actually better positioned to sell that product that you're recommending. On top of that, as you mentioned, we also have Kit. Kit is a platform that we didn't start. We got really fortunate that we've became really good friends with the platform over the years, but it's an area where creators, influencers, very smart people can go and share the products that they love. And it seems that, again, hopefully everyone here has had a chance to play with Kit over the last few weeks and kind of see some of the really cool aspects of what you can do with curating goods. There's obviously lots of different cameras and lots of different mics and lights, etc. But there's something special about being able to take the different pieces, the different tools that really work well together, that work well for you, and share that. And of course, you can combine that whole curation, that whole sharing, plus an affiliate side, and it can become, again, quite lucrative when done correctly. I'll take a breath now and hand it back to you.
No, and one of the reasons I wanted to get Kit involved with this giveaway is to just get you guys to start using Kit, because even if you're not signed up for affiliate programs, this is kind of getting you in that mindset of putting all your products in a list of the things that you use or the things that you want to use. And you can start seeing, just from setting up your Kit, you can start seeing a ton of analytics, and you can start seeing, if you're getting tons of clicks to these products, then that's a great opportunity to know kind of topics that your audience is interested in, or things that you should start figuring out how to become an affiliate for. So you don't have to be an affiliate with just Amazon. That's the big one. But I'm affiliated with a ton of different companies, and a lot of my affiliate links go directly to those companies because they're typically higher commission. So one of the things that you want to do, especially like starting out as a creator, you might not be signing up for all these affiliate programs, and you might not be getting the clicks, but if you're building out your kits, then it just is something that you can continually do in the background, so that when you're ready to monetize your channel, you put in your affiliate links once you're signed up in the back end of Kit, and everything's linked up and ready to go. And you don't have to go back to your huge list of videos and like change out all these links or add links, or it's something that makes the whole process easier. And for creators, like a lot of my friends who are in my niche, everyone has kits, just because it's so simple to put everything in one spot and then add just your kit in your description, and every video is pointing to your kits. So there's a couple things with kit that I just wanted to bring up. Like there's a couple strategies that I use personally, and these are a couple things that you guys could implement on your channels either now or moving forward, down the road. If you go to any one of my videos, you'll see that like I have my description. I'll have a description of what the video is. I'll have maybe some links that are affiliated with that specific video, but then underneath that, you'll see a big laundry list of links. And I have like my 2020 gear kit and things like that. And you'll see kit links and you'll see Genius links. And the reason is that standard thing that I put at the bottom of all my descriptions has all my affiliate links. And the beauty is I don't have to go through and try to change every link out on every video, because they're all Genius links. And what Genius Link allows me to do is change the links in their backend, and then it automatically updates everything. And same with kit. If I am pointing to my YouTube 2020 kit, well, when it becomes 2021 or when I update my kit, I just have to do everything on the kit side, and I don't have to go change out links. So using Genius Link and kit are just great tools to be able to automate the whole process and not spend so much time dealing with this, especially when, affiliate marketing is a big part of different channels. I do lots of gear reviews on my channel. That's a big source of revenue for my channel. If you're doing like a hiking channel, there's a ton of opportunity to talk about different hiking products, or just people are interested in the products you're using in your videos, then make kits out of that. Put, links in your descriptions, things like that. Jesse, you have anything to jump in, add on that?
No, I think again, you hit some really important aspects. Just if there is kind of a level 1, level 2, level 3, I think you're absolutely right that, starting with kit, just, starting to take some time to really think about curating what gear is special to you, what gear you recommend, what's important. That's definitely kind of phase 1. Phase 2, when you think about monetization and using the affiliate program, Amazon again is a great place to start. Just taking that tracking ID, plugging it into your kit profile. There's a monetization page in your kit profile. You drop that in, boom, all of your links are now affiliate links. You can start earning from there. And then, as you said, stepping up, Genius Link may even be a phase 3 when you're ready to take that one step further and really go. So I think you laid that out really well.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, if you guys have any questions about Genius Link or kit, just put them in the comments, and we'll answer any of those, but I'm not seeing anything popping up yet.
Is it worth expanding one step further and asking if anyone has any questions about Amazon affiliate as well, or is that just a can of worms there?
Okay, so here's one question that just came in. Is there a recommended number of items in each kit to be an ideal size? Have you seen anything on your end? What's ideal?
Yeah, ideal is a great question. As long as you're adding value, that's ideal. There's something to be said about 1 or 2 products in a kit. That's a little weak often. The real power, I think, of curation is when you start to, I hate to use the word, but the synergistic, beautiful aspects of, this plus this plus this plus this works really well. And the sum of those parts is much more than the individual pieces. So yeah, probably at least 5 products before you can really start to solve a problem. And that's really what a kit is, right? It's a curated set of products to solve a problem, to do something. So I'd probably say 5 at a minimum. That being said, you also need to be a little bit realistic as well, that you're not dropping everything into your kit. This is not, it can be a U kit if you want, but we often find that those kits that solve a specific problem really work out well. So, here's my, vlogging setup, or here's my podcasting setup, or here is the gear that I use when I go and hike. What are those individual pieces? Obviously, you're not going to take everything you do from your vlogging or your podcasting to go for a hike, because you have to carry it. So that stuff is pretty dang heavy. So how do you kind of curate that down to just the things that you need and things that you've learned are important after doing it time and time again? That information adds value. That's the perfect size for a kit.
Yeah. And so, a lot of times one strategy that works really well is if you do a video on your YouTube channel around like something specific, what are all the pieces of gear that make up, say, like a camera setup? And so, I'm working on a video right now. I've been building out like this camera, which is a cinema camera built around my GH5. And so I'm going to build a kit that has every piece that I've used on this. Now, you might not want to go and build out this exact same camera setup. This might be a little bit too much, but this is, what I use for my client work. And so you might be like, oh, wait, I'm interested in just that monitor. I'm interested in just that mount that the monitor hooked to the rails. So, you have to start thinking like, what is the main thing that you're trying to do, and what are all the pieces that set it up? And for me, doing like videos around, say, a camera kit, or videos around, say, my setup. One of my best performing kits is a video of my last studio. I basically did a video that broke down my entire studio, and I put all those products in a kit, and that kit has like 160,000 views or something. It's like ridiculous. And it's bringing in a ton of sales because all the little pieces that built my studio, the one that was in my apartment, are in there. And so people pick and choose. They're like, oh, I really like that light you use, or I really like, the camera setup or the lens. So when you do these videos that like break down lists of gear and how you use them, and then you pair it with a kit, that's kind of the winning combination where you can start making some money off of affiliate sales.
Absolutely. And just to take one little point of that and to emphasize a little bit more is that it's not just getting the products listed and building a kit is a great step forward. But when you take that extra step forward and really kind of describe why this product is in your kit and what makes it special and how it adds value to the rest of the kit, that I really think is often overlooked, but again, a piece that makes that kit really resonate and really work harder than a random collection of products or just a collection of products. But why does it work well for you in your own words? Not just the description from Amazon, not just something copy and paste, but for you, because that is really where it goes. Go ahead.
And that's one of the ways that we judged the kits for this giveaway. So I was looking at what you guys wrote in all your descriptions. I would first look at, your overall kits, and then I would go into your descriptions and see if you actually wrote out descriptions for every product and why you would use it. So it's important that you really pay attention to those little details, because that's what actually helps you drive sales. I just saw a question come through. Did I cut my own hair? Yes, I did. I probably missed some spots today. I think there's a little piece up here somewhere. My wife didn't help me because she's with the baby, which I would have brought on the live stream, but she's sleeping and all that stuff. But so I cut my own hair. But I haven't really been wearing a hat lately. I've been, playing around. I used to wear a hat in every one of my videos and kind of changing it up a little bit. So, all right, let's see if there's any more questions, and then we'll get into the kits. I'm just going to look through this real quick.
Here's one I'm looking now. What's the kit website? It's just really simple. It's kit.co, kit.co.
Okay. And then another one from JSJ. How many subscribers do you recommend before creating a kit? I don't think you need to have a subscriber number to create a kit. I think it's just, if you're making videos right now and just build a kit out of the gear that you're using and just put it somewhere down in your description. It doesn't really matter like how many subscribers you have. But like I said earlier, it's just a tool that you can then start using. Like if people are looking at your kit and you're seeing that number go up on your kit, there is analytical data on the kit website. Then you could say, oh, this is something I should start looking at to monetize my channel. It's just another method. Like when we're thinking about YouTube monetization, like a lot of people just think ad revenue, that is one source, but there's, a huge list of ways that you can earn money off of your YouTube channel. And I think you need to really diversify your income. You can't just focus on one because, who knows what's going on in the world that all of a sudden like YouTube ad revenue will just drop off. I've seen it go up. I've had months where it's super high, and then I have months where I make, not a whole lot of money. So having, affiliate marketing is because I'm in like the camera niche and, I do a lot of reviews and different things like that. Like it's become a successful revenue stream for me. So you're just gonna have to test things. Everything on YouTube is all about testing.
And again, just to take one point and take it a step further, affiliate is one of the first monetization areas you can dive into, and affiliate really scales with how much work, how much effort, and how much traffic you put into it. But you can get an Amazon affiliate account with very little traffic or very little subscriber count. They just ask that you get 3 sales within 6 months, 180 days, and you can keep that account. So I almost encourage you to sign up for an affiliate program fairly early on, just because it's one of those first things. It also helps you quantify the value that you're able to drive. You may find that your specific niche, while it may be super passionate for you, which is awesome, it's very important, you may find that affiliate revenue from that is not ideal, or at least affiliate revenue from Amazon is not ideal, where it may make sense to find a different affiliate partner as well. So I think you can get some quantification on niches and kind of help direct the where you take your channel in those very early days as an actual signal of revenue.
Cool. So let's do one more question just about affiliate marketing, and then we're going to jump into, the rest of this live stream. So the last one is, are affiliates only for Amazon? No, there's plenty of affiliate programs out there. Almost every product that has their own website usually has an affiliate program. So I'm part of all of these different companies' affiliate programs. So anytime that I talk about a product or use a product, I'm going to try and find an affiliate for it, because if somebody is wanting to buy a product off of, my video, my recommendation, or just, what they see, that's a great way to earn some extra income. And it's, like if you're giving those recommendations, there's no reason you don't get a little percentage kickback. So look around, and every affiliate program is going to be different. Like Jesse was saying, Amazon, you have to have 3 sales within 6 months. It's really not that hard if you really built out your kits and, you're making videos that are targeted around products, or, products are integrated in some way into your videos. But it is something to think about. Like if you're not driving any traffic through those links, it's not time to set up affiliate programs. So you just got to monitor things, and you got to see what's getting clicks. And also that's why Genius Link is another good tool to use, because again, there's data in the back end that shows you how many times people are clicking your Genius Links. So instead of just adding a link to a random website, you add it through a Genius Link. It's basically a link shortener, and it adds tracking data and all of that. So the more data that you can have, the more you can make data-driven decisions on how to move forward. So
awesome.
Jevin,
great chatting. Good luck.
Yeah, great chatting. Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, good luck choosing those 10. Sure.
All right. Cool. Let's go through this. So I have 10 kits. There was only 3 winners. Unfortunately, I wish I could give all of you guys a camera, because there's a lot of cool stories in here. A lot of people put together awesome kits. I love what you guys are doing on YouTube. This was actually a big eye-opener for me, because I got to see a lot of you. A lot of times when you're a creator, you're sitting in your home studio by yourself talking to a camera, and you don't really get to see who's on the other side of the camera. Like we'll see a number, pop up, and we see comments and all that, but seeing the kits, I got to see, what you guys got to describe things. And a lot of you made videos, which I thought was really cool. So, people made videos, talking about kits, and it was great. Like it was cool to see all of you on camera talking to me and like explaining your kits. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm going to announce the 3 winners at the end. So I'm going to pull up some kits. These are not the winners right away, but I just wanted to talk about gear in general and some ideas around gear. I've made some notes here. I'm going to try to get through this pretty quick so this live stream doesn't last forever. Let's do this. I'm figuring out how this, let's see. Boom. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. Nope. Oh, sorry. Okay. I want to add the screen in. Hey, there we go. Okay. So I'm playing around with this StreamYard. I don't know if you guys have ever done live streaming yourself. But it's kind of a cool tool where it's all online, so you don't have to deal with OBS or anything like that. So this one's just my gear kit, and I'm going to pull this out. So the first one is from Yashamashi. This is a great kit. She put a lot of thought into this, and it's, the perfect little like vlogger kit. And this kit's great. It's M50. We got a Joby tripod, a GoPro, a knockoff, a video micro, which is a great tool for, just getting better audio, sound effects, editing. This was kind of just like your complete little vlogger kit. And I think, having too much gear is almost limiting. So if you just have a few pieces of gear, you have one camera, a lens, and a GoPro, like you can really do a lot. And I think creatively, if you're focused on too much gear, you sometimes lose the creative side and the actual like point of creating YouTube videos, which is the audience and creating something for the audience. So one thing I wanted to talk about was just, the Rode Video Micro. It's a great tool for creators, but, I don't know if you guys saw this video, but this is the Deity D4 Duo. This is a microphone that's pretty much the exact same thing. However, it's got two microphones on it, one on the front, one on the back. So like you're behind camera, you can talk to camera and do voiceovers of whatever's in front of camera, also talk in front of camera. You know, so like it's a really creative microphone. And I know Deity made this specifically for YouTubers. So they sent me like an engineering sample, which is great. Like I had no idea this was coming. It just popped in the mail. So I have a video on my channel all about that one. It's a fun little mic. It's something cool, something different. Let's go to the next one. So we have another kit here. I like what this creator put in the description, dream gear list for a channel called Parks Pursuit. Now, I wish you would have put your channel in here so it was easier to find. I did search and find it eventually, but the idea of their channel is to go to the different parks, national parks and state parks, and create videos, around adventures in the parks. And I think having some sort of structure around your video, around your channel, is going to help you grow in the long run. And when you go through your kit, you really have to think through, what are you going to do? So if you're going to national parks, what's the best gear? Like a small camera, a small, A6600 is perfect because it's lightweight, easy to travel with. Again, like things like the Rode Wireless Go, these things are great. Perfect for wireless audio. I used to use like the G3s. I used to use a bunch of other wireless packs, and I've switched completely to these just because of the ease of use. I actually did a video about them. It's coming out. I just batched like 4 videos because I have a crazy month ahead of me. But yeah, so lots of good products. I want to just bring up this idea of creating channels around a specific kind of idea. A lot of times when you jump on YouTube, people are just kind of like all over the place trying to create like all of their interests. If you really focus in onto one audience, I wouldn't say one niche, but one audience, and then serve content for that audience, that's when you're really going to find growth. And I have another kit I'm going to show you in a little bit that really just takes this a step further. Let's bring up this kit. So this one's fun. I don't know if you guys have ever scuba dived, but that's something that I am a big fan of. I've been trying to get more and more into scuba diving myself, and I have rented out, one of these housings for my GH5, and I took it to Portugal and I went scuba diving with it. Scuba diving gear is kind of insane. If you've never tried to shoot in this way, you have these housings that go around the products, then you can't see the monitor. It's like you got this big thing around your camera. You see this little screen and you can't really see what you're shooting. So like, this is a fun kit to look at just to see like all the different products that would take to be able to be an effective scuba diver filming channel. Now, let's see, Andre, he wants to do a video on scuba tips and reviews and travels. The channel's not here, so I wasn't able to look at it. But, one thing I wanted to bring up is, don't always think reviews and don't always think about like tutorials. Like that's a great way to bring views into your channel, but that's not the only ways that you want to be thinking about your YouTube journey. Like some people aren't going to want to just do tutorials and reviews the rest of their journey. Like this channel specifically, like I don't always want to just be doing education, but that's what I've grown kind of my channel off of. I have these other films that I want to do. And if you guys have been paying attention to my community tab, I've talked about this here and there, but I have ideas for a second channel that I'm potentially going to do that allows me to have more of this creative flexibility, because I know what's going to work on this channel. I know what's going to help grow it. And if I put a film about me climbing the tallest mountain in Ecuador, that's not going to do that well on this channel, unfortunately. I figured this out when I went to Thailand last December. I did a documentary all about the elephant tourism there, put a ton of money into this project. I got a $20,000 grant from YouTube to make these films, and they all tanked. And it's unfortunate because like I put a lot of time and effort. It was a cool journey. Some of them, they got a little bit of views, but it's just not, it doesn't fit this channel. So for me, I might do a lot of these projects, but I'm going to do them on a separate channel. And this channel will continue to be like behind the scenes strategy, things like that. The stuff that you guys, a lot of you showed up here for. So let's go into, and that's why I wanted to show you guys. So like for example, so scuba diving, you can go through the tutorials side of things, but then there's the other side of things, which this guy goes and scuba dives and finds things underwater. I don't know if you've ever come across this channel, but it's a pretty amazing channel. Has nothing to do with tutorials, reviews, the gear, any of that. And it's become a very effective scuba diving channel. So if you're really interested in one style of topic, think about, don't always just think search based. Don't always think about tutorials, reviews. Don't always think about products. Think of like, what would people be interested in that, specific niche? So if it's scuba diving, there's so many different ways that you can go with scuba diving. I think a lot of people get stuck in this world of just doing, what's easy, low-hanging fruit. So like, what's the, I'm going to do this new thing that came out, this new product that's part of this niche. I'm going to review it. That's great to bring people into your channel, but that's not necessarily going to help you grow as a creator if you don't want to be doing reviews the rest of your life. So things to think about. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you guys. So this is a cool kit. Nico, Summits of the Pacific Northwest. He's going to start a new channel, and he's going to go try and summit the 16 major peaks in the Pacific Northwest. So beyond having an idea of what the niche is, he's making it even stronger by saying, I'm going to conquer these 16 peaks, which gives you a journey. So you have a storyline for the entire channel. And I think this is something that more of us can be thinking about in terms of how we're going to build out our channels. If you guys ever watch travel vlogs, Kara and Nate are awesome travel vloggers, and they had this goal of hitting 100 countries, and that became a storyline throughout their entirety of their channel. So it was this overarching story that you wanted to see them get to that endpoint. You wanted to see them get to that 100. So having something like, I'm trying to summit 16 peaks is a great way to approach a channel, because you're going to have a ton of content to create to get you to that 16 peak goal. And it's just going to make your followers become more engaged, because they're going to want to see you get through it to that end. Now, there's a great book that I read recently that is, it's called The Pursuit. It's called The Happiness of Pursuit. And so it's basically about this whole concept, about these big, lofty goals, and like driving yourself to this thing that might take you 10 years to do, but it becomes this driving force for everything in your life. So something something to think about on your YouTube channels. And that's why I wanted to bring this up. Like, is there something bigger? Is there a bigger storyline that your followers can come with you on the journey? Not every channel is going to have this, but there's a lot of us out there that can benefit from creating these bigger, lofty goals where we are going towards something. Might take a few years. I've been trying to figure out something like that for my channel, and just a different approach to it. So let me see what else we got. Wanted to bring up, this is a cool kit. So let me pull this up. Cool. Have you guys ever done macro photography? So this channel is all about like looking at the little things, the little bugs. And it's kind of a cool kit. He went through and built out his kit around macro video. The Loa probe lens, that's a fun lens. I'm sure you guys have seen that on like Daniel Schiffer's and like some of these other big creators. Like it's a fun lens that you can see little things. You can get super close with your focus. You can stick it into different stuff because you got that long probe lens. But, this kit goes through a bunch of different macro lenses, which allows you to get that really close focus. And it's a fun kit. Like I went and looked at his channel, started looking through all the videos, some cool stuff in there. I'm excited to see like that kind of topic take off. It's, it's an interesting channel where he's diving into just the little things. It's fun. I really like it. Let's see. Here's the channel. Look closer. And great branding, by the way, too. Now, just a side note for thumbnails, I wouldn't put the title of the channel in every thumbnail like this. I would make each thumbnail specifically for that video. But this is kind of a cool, like overall, it has a nice look to it. Let's see what else we got. Fook Matt Vlog. So I've interacted with him a few times in social media. And, this kit I wanted to bring up because it's super simple. So he does vlogs in Southeast Asia, and there's very few products on this list, but everything was thought out, because the way he travels, the way he shoots, he doesn't need a whole lot of gear. He like a gimbal, a tripod, a GoPro, and like a point and shoot camera, because you don't want to bring a lot of attention to you when you're vlogging, and that's all you need sometimes. Now he's got an awesome channel. It's he's got 251,000 subscribers. Like he's been able to do a lot with not a lot of gear, which I think is awesome. And I've checked out some of his videos. They're funny and they're great. Let's see. This was a fun kit. The Story of a Lost Panty. Now I like this because it was something completely different. So everyone was doing gear kits, but this one was like a story of a Panasonic camera. And it's about the G9. It's a long story, so every description goes through just another stage in the story, and it's a fun kit to read through. Now I want to get into the 3 winners. Okay, like I said, I'm going to try to get to this as fast as possible. Let's remove this. I'm just going to do some cleanup here. Okay, so the 3 winners, the way I chose these 3 winners was based on, the actually doing what I asked for in the kit contest. So I asked you to build out your kit. So that includes descriptions in all your products. That includes a description in the top header. It's putting products in there, more than 1 or 2 products. Obviously I would appreciate like a banner header, like a photo, but people went above and beyond and made a video. So in 3rd place, I know you guys are here on the chat. I've seen you. This is actually, it's a channel of 3. It's called JSJ. JSJ. Let's add to the stream this kit. And they made a creative video to enter in. So they built out their kit, tons of good products, tons of good descriptions that explain why they would use all these products to make their videos. But on top of it, they made a video that was really fun and engaging. So, congrats. You guys get 3rd place on this. And I really appreciate the video. It was fun to watch. I really liked how you got all your friends involved in this and like really made a fun video that really showed your style. And then I dug into your channel and it kind of fits what you guys are doing on your channel. You guys have a lot of potential, and I see that you could create some cool content. So I want to give you guys one of the cameras and the kit, because it's going to help you on your journey. Let's see, 2nd place. 2nd place. Hold on 1 second. I'm pulling this up. Cool. 2nd place. This is Brian. So Brian has a very interesting story, and his kit wasn't super big. However, he had a lot of information in each of the products. He went through and really described why he would use each product. I wasn't judging based on the gear itself. I was judging based on, how this kit kind of came together. And, he's unfortunately, some things have happened with COVID and all of that. So, he lost a job, and then he's been trying to do some videos on the side, trying to do some freelance work and doing it for free. And the story really hit me. Like, he made a video for this competition. And then I also dug into his channel and started watching his other videos as well. And it's interesting because his story is like the beginner of a creator. And like, he's doing some really creative stuff in his videos, and he's just using his phone. So I wanted to give him opportunity to get some extra gear to make some videos. On top of the videos that he's making on his channel, he's doing free stuff for companies around where he lives. And that's kind of how I got started as a creator. Like, when I first started my production company, I didn't do it by just getting paid work. I did it by doing free jobs for people. I spent a couple of years just doing free work for people, building up my resume, building up my reputation. I worked as an intern for 9 months for a huge company, completely free. They kicked me out the door after it sucked. I realized I don't want to do Hollywood after that. That's a whole different story. Then I started doing these free projects for companies and working with friends. And then that eventually got my reel, which led me to my production company, which, now my production company is super successful. We get a ton of work. And so that's one of those things. I like seeing Brian at the beginning of this journey. Like, he really has the motivation to do it. And, so he wins number 2. Cool. Let's go to 1st place. Let's pull this up. I think first place is also on this live stream. By the way, if you guys are on here and you won, we'll just email you directly. The Genius Link and Kit team will be in contact with you. All right, so number 1, drum roll. So I chose this for a few reasons. Boom, this is the Veggie Nerd. So the Veggie Nerd built an awesome kit. You know, this was not only a fully built out kit, but every product in here really tied to what he's doing on his channel. So like we have all the products that he wants on top of not only the products, but also like things that would help on his journey of cooking. So he's got like the knives he needs, the spray bottles, the turntables, the, you know, you get down here, it's like the pots, the cooking supplies, everything. So instead of just thinking about like the gear it takes to actually film, it's also the gear that he needs to make his content. So it's like a fully thought out kit. And I really like this. And then I went and dug into his channel and he's doing some great stuff. He's filming entirely on his phone. And you could, if you go look over at the Veggie Nerd, you could see that he's got a clear idea of what he's doing on his channel, who his audience is. And he's doing this all just with a phone, and he's able to make some awesome content. He's got a little bit of growth started. And so I think, you know, having a camera to help boost you and take you to the next level is just going to keep the journey going. And some of the tools that you get with like the Creator Film School and all of that, I'm really excited to see what you do with the kind of the gear that we're providing. And I'm really excited to see where it takes your channel. So congrats, Veggie Nerd. Awesome. Great kit. I love everything you did. You made a full built out kit. So awesome. So now let's just do a Q&A. If you guys have any questions, put them in the chat. I'm going to hang out for the next like 10 minutes. I know we've been on here for about 40 minutes now. It's been a while. So if you guys got to take off, no worries. You know, we can, I know you're here for the giveaway. So I'm just going to pull up let me pull up the questions. And let me see if we have any other questions that we should go over. By the way, cool. I'm just checking this real quick. All right. I just saw this come in. Palm Springs Tommy, you asked, where are you moving studio to? So I'm actually moving down south. I'm moving out of LA with, you know, a 3-month-old. Yeah, I've been here 14 years. We are leaving LA and we want to just go somewhere with more neighborhood feel. You know, being where we're at, we hear crime every night. Like it's changed a lot. Like where I grew up, where I've been for the last 14 years has really changed over this time. And so we're ready to get out of the city. So I'm going to be able to move my studio into the place that we're moving and hopefully build out a different studio. This is great. I like what I did with this, but this was a stepping stone. Let's go to another question. Okay. Someone asked earlier, what's the best time of day to post new videos? So that's interesting. You're going to have to look into your analytics to figure this one out. So what I found is that 7 a.m. on Sundays are my best time to post for my audience. So you can actually look at your audience graph when people are watching your videos. You look at the time between the times that you post, because every time you post, you get a spike in views. So if you look at the time between, you'll see a natural uptick on certain days. And look at this over time. I did this, I went through and dug through like 2 years of analytics, and I noticed every Sunday when I wasn't posting, there was a natural uptick. And every Friday, there was a natural downtick. And so then once I figured out where my uptick was on my channel, I realized, okay, what time during the day best works. And so you look at the tidal wave. When you look at your views, you have your real-time views, you'll see like this wave go up and then back down. You want to hit that wave right before it starts going up. So, you're starting to get some views, and then right there is where you want to post a video, because then all these people are online going to watch your videos naturally. If you post a new video, all of a sudden, boom, you get this huge spike in views. And that helps give you that initial momentum to get your videos seen. So how YouTube works is that it's going to first send it out via notifications in the browse to your subscribers. And once your subscribers see, this video, if it's performing well, YouTube's then going to send it out to more people. So you really want to get more of your subscribers watching that video at first, and you want them watching through the end of your video, because it's giving YouTube all the right signals to say, hey, this video is great. Let's send it out to more people. Let's send it out to more of your subscribers, or let's send it out to audiences that are similar to your subscribers. And this is why it's so important that you create for one audience, because if you're creating like scuba diving videos and then all of a sudden you do, something around cooking, well, all these subscribers that came in for scuba diving don't care about your cooking. So like when you put out a new video about cooking, you're going to get like a fraction of the people to actually watch it. It gives YouTube all the wrong signals. All of a sudden your videos are not going to perform well. And then that just starts that slow decline down. So this goes back to the idea. You want to focus on one audience. Let's see. There's a lot more questions coming in. Okay. Home Studio Simplified, you asked, how do people find kits outside of personal marketing? So on the kit website, people do actually search for products. My wife has a kit. She doesn't really post it anywhere on her social media, but she has a kit around baby products and like the baby products that we use. And we're seeing views coming in on that kit. Now, it's not huge numbers, but there's definitely, you will get some views. And let me see if I could pull Jesse on here. Let me see if you want to jump in and talk about this a little bit. Are you good to come on? Cool. He gave me a thumbs up. Let's do this. Add to stream. What's up? Back on.
Awesome selections. That was a challenge to get through all those. So nicely done. So yeah, personal marketing is definitely the biggest driver to your kit. You mentioned in your video, having your description, etc. Nothing can beat that. That being said, the front page of the site definitely gets some. There's some SEO in play as well. It's definitely some areas of opportunity for us to help you as the creator. But yeah, building a kit, making sure it's a well built out kit, making sure that you have some content that's not thin content, which in the SEO world is not good. But actually, yeah, putting those descriptions, putting some value there will help you get discovered and start to bubble up.
Cool. Yeah. Great. Thanks for jumping on.
Of course.
Okay. Let's see. Jump on another question. Someone asked, did I really dig through all the 513 kits? So we had, I dug through most of them. I went through and I did first round. I went through and skimmed, and I looked for people that actually wrote out descriptions and put some effort into it. And then me and the kit team worked together to do this and find the people that actually were building out legit kits, like kits that actually had a lot in it. And then from there, we went through and started quantifying them. Like, did this kit have one product? If it only had one product, that's not a fully built out kit. So we were looking for people that really stood out. And then I took over yesterday at like noon, and I pretty much went through kits from noon until today around 11, just digging through and trying to find the kits that, I was looking for. So I spent a lot of time on this. It was a lot. There was a lot of people that I wanted to put as winners, and for different reasons. There's a ton of awesome creators out there. There's a lot of you out there who really put some time and effort into this. And I really appreciate all the people that made videos. I watched all the videos. It took some time, but I watched them all. Let's see. I'm going to go to the next question. Someone asked, I just saw this pop up, am I a filmmaker? Yeah, I am a filmmaker, but you have to kind of, what is a filmmaker nowadays? Because it's different in there's so many different ways to kind of think about it. Like YouTubers, one thing, and in a way we are becoming filmmakers as YouTubers. But if you go on IMDb and you type in my name, you'll see there's a big list of productions I worked on before I started my YouTube channel. If you guys remember that show Internet Icon, it was a YouTube show. I was actually the director of photography on the other side of things. So I wasn't involved in the YouTube side of things, but I actually shot the entire show with like a team of shooters, which was kind of cool. I've shot features. I've done a ton of TV. I used to work on reality TV. I don't know if you guys remember the show Full Throttle Saloon. I did that for like 4 years, where I would go out to Sturgis and film the biker rally, and my time was 2 or 3 p.m. till 2 or 3 a.m. So I got the drunk crowd, and we would basically be running through this crowd of bikers, trying to capture the stories of what's going on with like the people running the bar, while bikers are getting in fights, throwing bottles at us. Like there was some pretty crazy stuff that happened. And I lived at this biker bar for 2 weeks every year. It was fun. That's kind of the things I would do before I got onto this side of things. I have a production company now. Our niche is fitness. We primarily shoot fitness videos. So we shoot promos, we shoot commercials, we shoot a lot of like, actually follow along workouts. My wife is a fitness professional, and that's kind of where we got our start. And then I have my YouTube channel. So those are my two focus now. There's a lot of like documentary stuff I want to do, and I work with some documentary guys. So just when projects come up, especially now with everything going on, things have kind of taken a back burner. But next year, I think more of these doc project opportunities will pop up. Let's see. Let's go through any other questions. Let's see. For the guys, the kit guys, can you guys like delete the questions that we've already gone through just so I could see these easier? Okay, so is collaborating with already known YouTubers easier to get more views, or does it matter? So collaborating with known YouTubers will really help you grow, but they have to be a similar audience. So like if I was to go collaborate with like a Jake Paul, it wouldn't do anything for me because his audience is not the audience that I would want to get on my channel. You really have to think about who everyone's audiences are and find collaborations that make sense where there's crossover for audience. So if I'm doing a collaboration, like I want to find someone in my niche. So I want to find someone that does similar types of content. And then I also want to find a collaboration where there's mutual gain from both sides. So, I'm not going to like, there has to be something from the other side for me to want to do a collaboration because it takes a lot of time and effort to do it. So, if there's a video on each channel, like I've done these a few times. I did one with Nick Nimmin. I did one with Sydney where we did like 4 videos, 2 on my channel, 2 on their channel. And we passed the audience back and forth by going back and forth. And that helped grow both of our channels. We helped create some synergy between the channels, introduced each of the creators on each of the other's channels, and brought some more attention through those videos. So collaborations have to be mutual in some way. Unless, a good way, if you're a smaller creator, a good collaboration could be as much as like you're just helping the creator film content for them. And, maybe they'll want to work with you on a video on your channel. So for example, like if I'm out shooting, a lot of times I'm by myself. So if creators want to come along with me and like help shoot my videos, help do some behind the scenes, hold a camera, be a part of it, then, I would want to do a mutual collaboration where I do something on their channel because they're helping me film something for mine. Like there has to be something happening on both sides, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Someone asked, do you recommend building kits around video titles for SEO? I'm going to bring Jesse back on for that. If you're around, are you good? Got a thumbs up. So yeah. What are your thoughts around SEO titling on kit.co?
So SEO is always something to keep in mind, but it should always hit second seat to whatever that prime purpose is. So yes, if you have specific keywords that you're working on, or specific phrases that you're working on, including that in the title makes sense, but make sure your title and description are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that's adding value to that end user. So don't just pick keywords that don't make sense to that person that's supposed to be adding value for just for the sake of SEO. Do it because it makes sense. It's an attention grabbing. It's a good title, describes what needs to happen there. So SEO is important, but should always sit second.
Cool. Yeah. And I think, thanks, Jesse. I'm going to pull you off again. I think, also if you're doing kits that are connected to your channel in some way, find a way to bridge that title. So like, if you bring up, let me pull up my kit. Give me 1 second. Comes up. So like, hey, there we go. So I did this video on creating my home YouTube studio, and then my kit title is Create a Home YouTube Studio. So like this is all the tools that you need to create your home YouTube studio. So, you could see this and exactly what you're looking at kit-wise on kit.co, but it's also tied to the title of my YouTube video, which was something like how I built my home studio. or something like that. So this kit, I actually need to update because I don't have the best descriptions, but you know, it's great when you tie a video to it, something like this. All right, let's go to another question. I just want to say I appreciate you guys sticking around. I'm looking at the stream and there's still over 100 of you on here. Thanks for hanging out with me for the last hour. We've been going for a while. Let's see. I'm just going to look through some more of these questions. Okay. Got it. Okay. Someone just said, watch the video where you did basically I did this collab video on the biggest mistakes YouTubers make. And they asked, do you have any more tips for starters? My biggest tip when it comes to starting on YouTube is to have a clear defined idea of what you want to do. And that's it, if you want to grow. If you are just coming onto YouTube to be creative and you just want to have a creative outlet, it doesn't matter. You can kind of create anything. But if you are trying to grow a channel, you want to focus in. And like I said, if I think one of the biggest things that you can do is do research. So start looking at other channels and see what other people are creating. Now, a great way to do this is to go onto your YouTube channel, only watch videos that you think that you would want to create. So say you're a travel vlogger and you're a travel vlogger that, is like a van life travel vlogger. So I would start watching all of the travel van life channels out there and just start looking at all the content and start finding the content that, would make sense of the things that I would want to create. Now, what's really cool is when you come back to your homepage, after watching a ton of content, YouTube's going to auto-populate a ton of content on that homepage. And this is all suggested content. These are all things that YouTube's saying like, hey, you watched all these videos. Now here is more videos to watch. And that's just, if YouTube's suggesting those videos, then that's stuff that you should be thinking about creating because that's obviously working well. If those videos are being suggested to you, that means they have all the right signals that say these are good videos and YouTube is suggesting them. So they probably have high audience retention. They probably have a high click-through rate. So start doing your research and start seeing what YouTube serves you. Also, you'll notice there is a playlist thing on the side of channels. So I think you'll see this if you watch my videos, it'll say mix. And what happens is that mix is auto-generated for you. So you're going to be watching videos and then you click on that mix and you're going to see all the videos on my channel that YouTube thinks that you would want to watch. Well, that's a great tool. If you're like watching van life travel videos, you click that mix, you can see, oh, these are all the videos that YouTube thinks I would like after watching this video. Just ideas on content that you could create. So that's some ways to grow. Okay, someone asked what camera I'm using right now. This is my Panasonic GH5. I have the Sony ZV-1. Actually, I have a question for all of you. Are you interested in more videos about the ZV-1? I got this. I did that review with every other YouTuber that decided to do it at the same time. We all got early release. I wasn't given a camera. I was given it to test. I had to send it back. I bought one. And I like it. It's a fun little camera. I like using these little point and shoots. But I want to know, are you guys interested in this camera? Because it's hard to judge interest when everyone puts out a video at the same time. Because obviously there's a lot of buzz around this. So put it in the chat. Are you guys interested more in this camera? Now, another camera that I've been using a lot is the Olympus EM1 Mark III. I saw a lot of you put this in your kit, actually. This is a great camera. It's a great outdoors camera, amazing autofocus, amazing stabilization. This is the best vlog camera that I've come across. It's micro four thirds. But Olympus just decided they're going to quit their camera department, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully Panasonic picks it up, takes the stabilization and the autofocus and maybe the color science. I like the color science out of this camera. Maybe takes some of that, puts it in Panasonic cameras, especially the log. The log on this looks much better than the log on the GH5. Yeah. Cool. Let's go see if there's other questions. When are you going to come up with another giveaway? I'll probably do another giveaway when I hit 1 million. It's probably a good milestone. I mean, that's my next goal, is to hit 1 million. So probably do a big giveaway for that. Maybe. What's the difference between color correction, color grading? I mean, I think those two terms are used interchangeably. So like when you color your footage, when you change it, you could either say color correction or color grading. Someone asked, how do you get sponsors? You have to reach out to the sponsors, and you have to have something of value for them. So, you know, me and my wife, we used to get free hotel rooms when we were back doing a travel vlog. And it wasn't because we had big social media numbers. We actually had really small social media numbers. I was getting it under 1,000 subscribers. I was still getting free hotels. Like one of the first videos on my channel was a hotel tour. It's unlisted now, but we had no subscribers back then, and we still got free hotel rooms. And so the way we did that is that we provided something of value for them. So if it's not views, if it's not audience, then use your camera skills to give them something. So a lot of times what we would have done is said, hey, we're going to shoot a free video that you can use on your social media, or we're going to shoot you a free promo video in exchange. And then we'll also share you on our social media, but you know, it wasn't that big. So if you have something of value for the sponsors, then that's how you can find someone to, you know, be a part of your channel. As your channel grows, as you get more views and subscribers, you put together what's called a media kit that shows like your numbers, your audience, who's watching your videos. So like you can give a sponsor this media kit and say, hey, this is, you know, my audience. This is what I typically get views per video. You know, this is how many clicks I typically get on my links in the description. And the more data that you can give to a sponsor, the more willing they're going to work with you. Cool. Let's see. Would you? Sorry, guys. I'm just reading through some of these questions now. Okay, this is interesting. Being an experienced photographer, filmmaker, how do you start on YouTube with so many other photography and video channels? You talked about it before, but something more detailed, please. It's tough if you're jumping into this niche, in the photography video niche, because there are so many people that are doing it, but you want to find what's going to make your channel unique. So every channel is going to get their own set of followers. Now, you know, people can subscribe to as many channels as they want. You just want to make sure that you're not doing the same thing that someone else is doing. So if you are doing nerdy tech reviews, you know, like, and very like detailed oriented, you know, you're going to start being associated with someone like Gerald and Dunn, who does amazing tech reviews. He does like the nerdy, like really, you know, but if you are doing the exact same thing he's doing, then yeah, it's going to be harder to grow because there's other creators doing that. So you just got to find what makes you different and what makes you stand out. You know, for me, like I personally like doing my reviews outside. I like doing outdoors, adventure, that kind of content. And I found that, you know, that's where I kind of push towards, and I want to start doing more of that in my videos. And you've probably seen it if you've been watching more recent videos. I do a lot of it outside now. So I'm doing some of this stuff that you see a lot of people do, like just sitting down in their studio, and I'm trying to take it outside. I'm trying to put more story to it. And I've been testing this out. And like I said, if I start a second channel, working on the details of that, but that channel will house like films, story-driven pieces, that then this channel will be behind the scenes kind of things. So like I might shoot something on the ZV-1 and I'll talk about my experience shooting this project on the ZV-1. So there's more of like a reason why I'm using this rather than just going out and shooting flowers and, you know, a puppy. Like people shoot the same thing for these reviews, and you got to find what makes you different and unique. So find your spin on the niche, but I don't think any niche is overly crowded. You'll find that the filmmaking photography niche is actually fairly small. And a lot of the creators know each other. So like if you're able to grab your foothold and, you know, be something unique in this niche, then yeah, you'll start getting noticed and you'll start getting followers. You just got to figure out what makes you tick and make a channel that really works with that. Hope that helped. Let's see. Okay, someone asked, what's the best drone to buy right now? Not more than 1,600 euros. The best drone, I think, is the Mavic Air 2. It has everything you need. You know, I don't think it's around here. I did that review where I don't know if you saw it, but I went through all the drones on DJI's lineup. A lot of them are really good, but honestly, like the DJI Mavic Air 2 has everything that you need, whether you're a beginner or a pro. So it's kind of like the best all around. Now, when the DJI Mavic Pro comes out with a next version of their drone, I think that one will be, it'll just take it that much further. But for now, the Mavic Air 2 is the way to go. Also, size is pretty awesome. All right, guys. I'm just going through these again. Wow, we've been going for over an hour. Thanks for hanging out. Still 100 of you on here. Okay, let's do this next one. What's a good... okay, how do you take inspiration from other videos without making yours too similar? There's a fine line, and it's important to make your content different and special. So there's like this idea of copying art so that you can find your own style. So everyone's going to start somewhere, and the best way to start is to take inspiration from the people that you follow and try to make videos like theirs. Like there's nothing wrong about pulling inspiration, because what happens is once you start making your own videos, you're going to start putting your own spin on things. You're going to start trying things a little bit different. But until you figured out like the basics, like learning structure and learning how to use the gear and this and that, take inspiration from other people, try to make videos like theirs, because that's going to help you grow. Because in that process, start thinking like, okay, how could I do this a little bit different? What do I actually, this person's great. I love their style, but how can I do something that is a little bit different? So you take inspiration. Don't worry about like copying people, but obviously don't be a straight duplicate. There is nothing wrong with borrowing inspiration from other people, because there's so many creators out there. There's so many people creating content. Nothing's original. Everything's a copy of a copy of a copy, but reinterpreted, changed, evolved a little bit, moved, put some other spin onto it. We're all individuals. We're all going to have our own take on the same sort of idea. Okay. So I think I'm going to do let's do like one or two more questions, and then I'm going to take off. So someone asked, what's your opinion on the Insta360? I like it. I did a video about it. I showed why you would want the Insta360 over a GoPro. Obviously a GoPro is still a great camera. They really have, flushed out all the bugs with the GoPro. So GoPros are great, but the Insta360 gives you more options. So the Insta360 One R is the camera I'm talking about. You get 3 cameras in one, potentially 4, they have all these add-ons that they're doing with it. And I've shot with it. I like it. It's a fun camera to work with. Personally, if I'm going to use Insta360 cameras, it's because I want that 360 camera. There's a lot of times where I'd like to have that spherical form where I can go and reframe later. And it's great for anything where you just, a GoPro might lack. I was climbing a peak in Washington. It's called Forbidden Peak. There's some videos on my channel about it. I actually almost got killed doing that climb. But there was the last hour of the climb was this crazy knife edge rock. It was like we're on the sides of these rocks, 1,000-foot cliff under us. And I had a GoPro on my head. I had it rolling. I came back, looked at the footage, and I was like, great. I have 15, 20 seconds here and there of good shots, but most of it was garbage. Whereas if I had a 360 camera, obviously I'm not paying attention to the camera. I'm paying attention to where my hand placement is, paying attention to the rocks, make sure nothing's moving. But if I had a 360 camera, then later I could go in and reframe it and get the perfect shot to show off the scene. So that's why I like 360 cameras so much, and I've started using them. Is they're just very useful in situations where you don't want to be thinking about the camera. You don't want to have to be thinking about the angle or the position or this or that. So I think 360s are here to stay, and I think they're a great tool for creators. That's why I wanted to include them in this, giveaway. But if you're just using a GoPro and you don't want any of those 360 capabilities, then maybe a GoPro would be a better option. Just because they're a little bit better when it comes to that style of camera. Let's see. There's a lot of questions coming in still. My throat, let's see. All right, I'm going to do one more question, and then I'm going to take off. And if you guys have any other questions after this, feel free to message me, on the chat down below, or put it in the chat. I'll look through it later. Maybe I'll do some community posts and things like that. So let's do JSJ Incorporated. Feel like I'm putting too much time into my videos and not uploading enough for 1.6K subscribers. Do you think do smaller videos and upload more like once a week? So I think you have to find a balance. There's going to be videos that are going to take you a lot of time, and there's going to be videos. I think you need to find ways to do videos that are shorter. And this is something that I've been working on a lot. Like, I have some videos that take me 5 days to produce, and I have some that take me an afternoon. And I think it's good to have both on your channel. And I think the idea is you want to be consistent. So if you're going to you want to upload at least once a week. That's what I always suggest. Some people, once every other week is good. Some people once a month, but that's a rare thing. I think once a week keeps you in front of your subscribers enough where you can see steady growth happen. So do what it takes to get one video a week. So do some smaller videos in between the bigger videos. So maybe do one big video a month, and then every other week do a smaller video, something that takes less time. And you'll notice, like, I've been doing some of these videos that are a little bit easier for me to produce, like something just here in my studio. Like, I'll do a color grading tutorial. I have a series I'm working on, cinematic color grading. I have a whole list of videos that I want to do for this series, so that I know once a month I'm just going to put out a video into this series, and it's one of those videos I can do in an afternoon. It doesn't take me days and days and days to shoot this. Whereas if I'm going to go shoot like my Mavic 2 Air videos, where I go out to the desert, I'm going off-roading into the mountains, and I have to shoot all this content, shoot all these different angles. Those videos take me like a week to produce, and they're a lot longer. And so I try to balance it out. I try to do some of the bigger videos and then some of the smaller videos. And if you can create these different like series on your channel that are shorter, it's just going to help you with your growth, because you're going to be putting out consistent content. All right, guys, I am going to call it quits right there. It was an hour and 12 minutes. I just want to say thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys are the reason that I'm able to keep creating content. I really appreciate it. I appreciate when you guys leave comments. I go through the comments as much as I can. I appreciate it when you guys reach out to me, when you have questions, when you want videos about specific things. I love it when you guys answer, when I put things in my community tabs, like the polls and all the stuff I post there. Like, I use that as a way to connect directly with you, to try and find what you guys want to see on this channel, what you want to see moving forward. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it. And, I hope to be able to do more of these giveaways in the future. Hope to get more cameras into your guys' hands. And I hope, once we can do group events again, like Vid Summit, VidCon, all of those things, I love going to those events and meeting up with all of you. So, make sure you go to those events, because that's a great place to connect with creators. And it's a great way where we could chat one-on-one and, not have this camera in between us. And yeah, it's cool. So I think that's it. And I have a video coming out Sunday. I don't know which one it is yet, but I have something coming out. So I will be posting that soon. All right, guys, that is it. I'll see you on the next one.